the most fundamental and important procedures required prior to inspection or maintenance. The following method has been widely adopted as a safe system. It also reduces the shock loading when transferring the load. Until the pendants are attached, the craft is potentially unsafe, so personnel must wear safety harnesses attached to the davit. An observer should be well placed to monitor proceedings, and personnel should be kept clear of the craft. A winch operator should be in position. If powered hoisting is to be used, check that the limit switches are operational prior to hoisting. The winch operator should lower the craft just clear of the pendant end fittings. The pendants are swung into position. Note how this installation is using a colour coding scheme to identify the correct pendant attachment point. This should not be confused with other colour coding schemes used for lifting tackle. And with the winch brake fully engaged, the winch's hand cranking unit can be used to hoist the craft. This allows the pendant bar on the hook unit to be carefully moved as close as possible to the attachment point, reducing the shock loads imposed during the transfer. Check that all the shackles are securely fastened and pinched off. With all personnel clear, the craft is lowered, transferring the load to the hanging off pendants. There should be sufficient slack available in the fall wire for it to be removed without having to operate the release gear. This may require the use of the winch's hand payoff wheel, while the lowering brake is still lifted. Finally, the fall wire links are removed from the hooks and stowed out of the way, so that it's clearly visible which system is supporting the craft. You should clearly recognise the load path running through the foundations, side plates and hanging off arrangement. No work should be undertaken on any of these load-bearing parts, which would affect their ability to carry load safely. This simple procedure is still not fully understood. 3 fatal accidents have occurred during hanging off operations. The common fault was that instead of attaching the pendants to the pendant bar on the back of the hook, they were incorrectly attached to the main fall wire link. Whether this tragic mistake is made at both hooks or just one, it can still have disastrous consequences. To prevent this type of accident, operators have tried varying strategies such as revised operations and training procedures or colour coding schemes. New designs have recently been made available from both Titan and Tor, which prevent the hanging pendant being attached to the wrong part. The Titan system uses a unique connector in place of shackles. It is compact enough to be easily removed and kept under lock and key as a controlled item, preventing any unauthorized attempt to transfer the load.